G'day guys, John from Making Tracks 4x4 here, and today we're going to be doing a product walkthrough on the all new, fresh on the market, Adventure Kings Grand Tourer Rooftop tent. So prior to this setup we have now, we had two of the Adventure Kings Quickie rooftop tents set up. Overall I think they were a really good product for their budget. I think they did a really good job, except for after around the 8-month period on both of them, they started to develop cracks in the hard shell of the roof. So we looked for new options, and King started to release the new Grand Tourer rooftop tent. So this tent was released in September of 2019, and its price point at the time is $2,095. The dimensions of the tent while closed is at 30 centimeters high, 150 wide, 235 long, and while open, the highest point is 170 centimeters high. Now, looking at the exterior of the rooftop tent, you'll notice that on either side it has these runners where you can easily attach your awning. Now, looking at the roof, you'll notice that there are another two runners. Now, there's no official mounting system for them, so you can make your own kind of makeshift rack. I know I will be for tying down things like max tracks, jerry cans if need be, surfboards and stuff like that. So as it stands, there's nothing you can buy for it, but you can make up your own, and that's what I plan to do. So as part of this rooftop tent, you have this telescopic ladder system that comes with it, and that basically latches onto any one of the three sides that you move the latching point to. Because it does have 3 entry points around the tent, which we'll have a look at in a second. So as I've got the bump step at the back here, and this is where it comes up, I find it pretty easy to just jump on here, jump on the tyre and throw it up from there, rather than setting up the ladder to do it. So now setting it up, basically it's super simple and incredibly easy and really quick to do. You just have these two latches on the side, you just pop them up, lift up the tent, and the gas struts do the rest of the work. So looking up in the rooftop tent itself now, you can see you kind of have your three entrances. You've got this one here, you've got your back one, and then you've got your one inside. So your two side ones are your biggest entrances, your biggest windows, and then you've got your rear, which is just as easy to get up into, particularly if you kind of have that rear setup where you can jump up on the back of your spare tyre and just jump in like that. I find that's probably easiest for this setup. We haven't really had much of a chance to kind of test that, so we'll kind of put it to the test and find out, but so far that's kind of what feels like is the best option. Looking around, you can kind of see it's got quite a nice carpet finish along the roof, and a fair bit of insulation does go into this to kind of keep that heat out. So in the summer that'll be absolutely ideal, and having these huge windows, kind of letting that breeze in, that's pretty essential. So you've got two, looking back here, you can see you've got kind of a pocket here, and you've also got another pocket on the other side. So books, phones, any accessories you want to run. Speaking of accessories, if you look in this corner here, you can notice that there's a little zipper pocket, and that's just where you can run chargers and cables up if you need to charge your phone or anything like that while you're up here. So quite a neat little addition to have. This pole that I'm holding here, this is basically your kind of safety buffer, just in case these gas struts do fail at any point, which you know they shouldn't do, but always good to have a backup. This pole just extends, and it goes from the bottom of the rooftop tent and it extends into the top of this pole here. So basically it's kind of your safety buffer to stop the rooftop tent from falling on you. So a bit of peace of mind, which is always good to have. So the mattress in here is a 75mm mattress, and on first feeling it's quite firm, not quite like the mattress that you get in the Quickie rooftop tent or a lot of the swags. I found that they were quite soft and that you sunk into them really easily. So I'm pretty keen to see what this mattress is like, and see if it's much kind of comfier to sleep in. I think it will be. I think it'll hold you up a lot better, but we'll see when we come to actually using it. And really good thing about this rooftop tent is that we have our pillow set up. We've got a doona and some extra sheets in here, and the best part about that is that we can leave it all in here, shut it up, and when we open it up it'll be here later. So we don't have to take it all out, put it all back in every time we come in and out of the tent, which is, again, super convenient. So another great thing with this rooftop tent is that you have these kind of side awnings that come out and kind of help you with a bit of extra shade or block from wet weather. They're really good. They span around the whole, or pretty much the whole back end and the sides of the rooftop tent. And obviously we haven't had too much of a chance to test it out while camping. I'm not too sure what it'll be like while in windy weather, whether it'll just flop around a lot or not. It does have 4 poles to kind of keep it all in place. So hopefully it won't, but it'll be interesting to see if it does. But again, it'll be really good to kind of have that extra sunblock and wet weather protection. And a fantastic thing about these is that if you don't want them up and you don't want it kind of just dangling there, what you can do is roll this up all the way into the top of the aluminium and just tuck it in so it's completely out of the way. So again, really convenient that you can kind of have both of those options however you want. Just like putting the tent up, bringing it down super easy. All you have to do is you get this cord here just to help you bring it down. And you've also got this elastic bungee over here that kind of helps suck everything in so that nothing's sticking out while you bring the tent down. So what I do is I just disconnect it, shove it up to about the centre, and that sucks it all in. And what I find is if I leave a few zippers just slightly open, that stops air from getting trapped inside and making it really hard to kind of compress when you close it. So with all that, I just drag it down. You can throw this in once you have the roof of the tent, and you basically just tuck the sides in, make sure they're not sticking out. And it's just as easy as that. So just as a bit of a concluding comment, I think overall it has the potential to be a really good product. It packs up real easy and it's a super convenient way of camping. So I'm really looking forward to using it in the field. I think the big test is going to be the longevity of the actual product and kind of seeing how it holds up against harsher conditions. But again, we'll get to a review of that. I'm planning a few trips in the short future, so put it through those tests and I'll come back with a review and let you guys know what I think of it after kind of putting it to the test a bit. But I think it's just about time and seeing how it goes.